What's up, everybody? Hello and welcome to the final night, the main event of the Dirty Old Bastards War Faction Esports 360 Nationals. We are live on twitch.tv/elbowsuptv, the DOB Facebook and YouTube page. And we are getting ready for what will be the C main here at the virtual Knoxville Raceway. Firing this bad boy up for 3 races here tonight. We're going to have a 10-minute practice session and then a 20-lap C main. The top 4 from that C will move on to the B main. We'll have a 15-minute practice session. We'll have a 25-lap B main. And the top 4 from the B main will be locked in to the main event, where we will have another practice session and get fired up and ready to rock for 35 laps to decide all of the marbles in the War Faction Esports 360 Nationals. If you've not been paying attention, if you've not been tuned in to Elbows Up TV the past 2 nights, you've missed a lot. We had some fantastic racing on Tuesday night where 10 drivers were able to lock themselves into the main event. And then last night, anybody that didn't get a chance to see it, the top 3 crossed the finish line in lockstep. 1 and 2, very nearly nose to nose. Cole Newhoffen picking up the victory over his teammate Alex Smolders. Those two were beating and banging down to the line. And Braden Eiler, the other Kinzer Sim team car, was on the high side getting a run. I like it when they come down 3 wide to the finish. Makes my job easy. We've got plenty of fun to have here tonight. Right now we've got 7 cars signed in, doing some practice here for the C main. I do believe caution flag laps will not count in the C either. So they are being ran like features. We're going to have, these events get put on, but it's not always that they truly get that big race feel. And this one has it. There's going to be separate lobbies for each race, practice sessions for each race. I'm fired up for this one, and I hope everybody's going to hang out with us here in the chat. I know plenty of the drivers tune in, so I hope we got the A main and B main drivers watching right now, getting a feel for what to expect. I gotta say, it looks like the track did not start at a 0 or low percentage. You take a look at the bottom to middle of the race course, and it is quite wore, or at least gives the appearance to have been worn out. So I think the track did have an accelerated wear rate put on it. And if I'm not mistaken, we're going to get going here in about 2 minutes with this feature. Lineups are already set. This is the C main lineup right here. On the pole, it is Kyle Stoltz, Nicholas Cheever to his outside. Row number 2 is made up of Shea Paolo and William Duvall. Row 3 will be Dustin Sargent and Aaron Schaefer. Row 4 will be Tim Berner and Jason Randolph. Row 5, Adam Buchanan and Anthony Marvulio. And rounding out your field will be Kyle Sargent. As we said, we have 7 cars signed in right now. They're currently listed at 11 for that C main lineup. So we're missing almost a handful of guys here, but the top 4 will advance. So that just means that these guys have a little less work to do. Weston saying the league session shows 0. But yeah, I mean, absolutely. It really does look like there's a significant amount of wear out there. Maybe it's just showing up like that. I don't know. We start to see guys driving through the slick and really sticking it well, then we'll know. Just some sort of optical illusion. Then again, let me look here. Maybe like practice has moderately low usage, 33%. Races carried over from warm-up. Okay, so it started at 33. That's weird that it says 0. And I'll bet you money that Chris Roberts wanted it at 0. I'll just bet you money. So that is an interesting thing. Makes practice even more important. And I tell you what, B main and A main drivers, be prepared, because we're already seeing the track state look a little different than what was expected. The 10 minutes is up. So Chris Roberts can advance this session at any time. I'm not sure if he's waiting on anybody or not. Of course, we are missing 4 drivers right now. We might go the full 20 minutes in practice. You never know. Just to give these guys a chance. Zardul's pretty happy. Dirty old bastard is saying 1 minute left of practice. So we will be going shortly. Zardul's happy with the track. Ready to get going. If we continue with 7 cars, he's got to pass 3 to make the show. Actually, he's going to start outside row 2, so he's in the show. They got to pass him. So we're getting ready to go here with the C main for the War Faction Esports 360 Nationals. 20 laps. Top 4 will advance. It's kind of a gauntlet style event we've got going here tonight. And it's going to make for an excellent show when we get to the end. So race session coming up. Practice is being advanced. We're going to get these boys lined up in the correct order. Actually, they are in the correct order. So as soon as Kyle Stoltz and Shea Paulo load in here, we are ready to go for the C main. Somebody hanging out in the Facebook chat right now. Got a little action in the Twitch chat as well. We encourage you, if you can, to watch on twitch.tv/elbowsuptv. That is the best way to share the Dirty Old Bastards Racing League with more people. Twitch makes it possible to become more prevalent on that iRacing list. The more viewers you have, which means that people tune in. But wherever you watch, we appreciate you. We are lined up, getting ready to go this time. Kyle Stoltz, Nicholas Cheever on the front row. Shea Paolo, William Duvall, second row. Dustin Sargent, Aaron Schaefer, row 3. Rounding out your field is the 19 of Tim Burner. 20 laps. Caution flag laps will not count. We're going green this time by. Great start for Stoltz. Paolo following him through. He takes second place away from Nicholas Cheever. Cheever settling in at the high side of the track. Oh, problems for William Duvall into the fence. Trying to get that car back on 4 wheels, not going to happen. Caution flag does wave. Let's back this up a little bit and see the trouble that he gets into. Already lost a couple of spots. There's the problem. Dustin Sargent around, and he had nowhere to go. You see him get out of sorts there and lose those spots. Sargent's going to make contact here with Aaron Schaefer. That is a netcode problem right there. A right rear to left front or whatever that was, it's not going to make you do that sort of thing. But this is iRacing. We are familiar with LNet code. War Faction Esports in the Facebook chat, mentioning their website, www.warfaction.com. Definitely give them a like on Facebook. So the white flag lap will move to lap 23. We're going green this time. This is the C main for tonight's event. Top 4 will advance to the B, which will be its own separate lobby as well. Stoltz, Paolo, Cheever, and Schaefer have the spots right now. Tim Burner, the odd man out, going to be looking to make a move. Here we go. Another good start for Stoltz. Paolo, with not as much work to do, heads to the top side of the racetrack. Everybody spread out, single file at the moment. We're watching Tim Burner here. He's the man that has to make some moves. He's got Dustin Sargent behind him. Sargent, of course, involved in that caution. It's the one that got spun around. William Duvall came in, made contact, took himself out of the race. See Aaron Schaefer ahead in that transfer spot. Right now, these guys need no mistakes. Sargent has gotten around the 19 of Burner, and I do believe they are catching the rear of the 77. Stoltz extending his lead on Paolo. Third place, Nicholas Cheever. But the battle for the transfer spot is heating up. Schaefer has it. Sargent wants it. Burner's coming with him. Dustin's got a good run there down the front stretch. He's going to be patient. He goes to the high side. Schaefer to the bottom. Sargent's going to pull level and around him. Give the fourth and final transfer to the 246 of Dustin Sargent. Schaefer tries to fight back, but he can't get close enough. Now Tim Burner taking a look at the 77 car, who is back on the cushion. Schaefer going in a direction that he really would like to not be going in at the moment. Sargent blinks out there for just a moment. You can see Schaefer settled back in. Seemingly, his laps getting a little bit quicker here. Those two, Sargent and Schaefer, had nearly identical laps the last time. Aaron's trying to find anything that he can. White flag's going to fly on lap 23, so we are winding down here. Stoltz out front, making it look easy at the moment. The racetrack started at 33% wear. We had about 12 minutes of practice on it with these 7 cars. That is your top 3 at the moment. And Dustin Sargent currently holding down the 4th and final transfer. He is quicker than 5th place Schaefer right now. Burner trying to mount a charge. See, still a lot of moisture out there. Schaefer's moving that top wing around, bringing it forward, trying to get a little more speed out of that thing. But that's going to make him a little looser as well. Late in the race, the fuel is burning down. So he can probably afford to push that thing forward. But he's got to do something. He's running out of time. He was a 10th quicker on that last lap, and he does it again. He's gained 2 tenths on Sargent in the last 2 laps. You can see that 246 getting bigger and bigger in his view. 2 laps to go here this time. Only the top 4 move on to the B main. Aaron Schaefer has to get around the 246 of Dustin Sargent to carve his name in it. Kyle Stoltz coming out of turn 2. Gonna look at the white flag this time. One more revolution. And Stoltz makes his way to the B main. Shea Pallow currently in 2nd. Cheever 3rd. And Dustin Sargent still holding on, but you can see how close it is. Schaefer trying to catch the back of that car. It's not going to happen. Kyle Stoltz is going to win. Shea Pallow, Nicholas Cheever transfer. And Dustin Sargent will come home 4th and punch his ticket to tonight's B main. It's a nice start here to our racing events. Only 7 cars in that race, so it's just a warm-up as we get going. I've got the lineup for the B main. It should be a full field of 24 cars, and then 24 cars for the A main as well. These drivers made their way into the A main through the first 2 qualification nights, Tuesday and Wednesday. See a couple people hopping into the Discord chat. Let's talk to Elbows up Sim Sport driver Shea Palo coming home in second. Shea, talk to us about that racetrack, my friend. We were expecting a 0% track wear to start off that practice session. Looks like it ended up at 33%. How was it come feature time? And is that something that you're going to look for going forward? You got any adjustments to make?
It changed quite a lot. The 20 laps we ran. Obviously, in practice, that entering kind of in the middle of the track and sliding up was fast, and then that just went away pretty quick in the feature, and it was really fast around the cushion. But running second after a bad night on Tuesday, I didn't feel like pushing it too hard up there. So
Yeah, Tuesday wasn't kind to you, was it? I think that was
no,
the
it
B
wasn't.
main in a transfer spot, had a little contact, and that's what put you here. But now you've got a B main coming ahead. How do you feel about your chances? You got 25 laps to make. Oh, let's see, a lot of positions. It's about
Yeah, like 16 or 17 passes, I think. I don't know. Just got to hope for some green flag laps. Maybe a wreck or two in front of me and come through it clean and then kind of dwindle down the field that way. But it's going to take green flag laps for sure because uh, the car felt great once I got going, but I struggle on the starts all the time and lose a lot of spots. So just got to get rolling.
There you have it, Shea Paulo, second place here in the C main. He's moving on. Let's talk to the man who won the C main, Kyle Stoltz. Kyle, you started out front, got a pretty good jump on both the initial start and the restart, and you were able to pull away. How does it feel to punch your ticket into tonight's B, and how do you feel about your chances getting through to the A?
Well, it'll be fun to make it and run 25 more laps. But it's going to be hard starting the back. It's really hard. These guys are some of the best. Kind of got to keep it clean and head in the right direction, and we'll see how it goes.
Is that going to be kind of your thought process here? Of course, you got to make some passes, but is it going to be a thing where you really want to make sure that you don't end up in people's crashes, maybe not being overly aggressive and letting the field thin out by itself?
Yeah, that's going to be the goal. Got to finish it. Got to finish up there. So try to keep it clean. Maybe a couple get out of the way, and we can miss them.
Well, you've done everything right so far. Congratulations on the C main win, Kyle, and good luck going forward.
Thank you, man.
Kyle Stoltz, your winner in tonight's C main. We are getting ready to load up the next lobby. B main coming up. I think the one that's listed is still the C main. So we will get going here momentarily. Everybody hanging out in the Facebook and Twitch chats. Appreciate it. Glad you're here with us. We've got two big races coming up. 2 minutes ago, it was said that the B main should be up in about 5 to 10 minutes. We're going to have a practice session, and then we're going to get going with the B main. The cars should be lined up the way they're supposed to be, so things will get rolling quickly. Let's talk about this B main starting lineup right here. On the pole, it is Michael Sheridan and Josh Close to the outside. Tyson Landis and Jeffrey Stewart, row number 2. So those are the guys right there in the transfer spots that everybody else has got to get around. Tyler File and Taylor Howell, row 3. Tyler Chalk, Larry Moody, row 4. David Flick, Peyton Grease, row 5. Then it's Brandon Steele and Gregory Thielsen, Brett Strickler and Jordan Hack, Bo Brunig and John Bragman, Brandon Igo and Cody Olson, and then Tyler Grafton and Brent Hobson, your first 10 rows that were locked in from the points-paying nights. And then you have your 4 drivers from the C main, Stoltz, Paolo, Cheever, and Dustin Sargent. So that is who we will be looking at as we get going with the B main. It is a totally separate server that we're going to be loading up here. And it'll be interesting to see what kind of a track we get as well. Because like we said, I believe it was Weston Newell who pointed out that it was listed as a 0% track, so starting completely fresh. And when we got into the practice session, it actually said that it had 33% wear just loading in. So these B-main drivers don't really know what to expect here. And people are going to have to be making adjustments on the fly, deciding whether they go with their early in the night heat race setups or maybe a feature setup. These guys are the best on the sim, however. They definitely know what adjustments to make, where to put that wing going in. Fuel, going to be another thing here. 25 laps. It is customary that we have fuel issues here at Knoxville, one of the bigger tracks. I believe it was race 2 of night 1 in the DOB 360 season, where we saw 4 drivers run out of fuel on the final lap. I believe it was Jason Nygaard coming out of 2 ran out of fuel before he was passed by, was it Ernie Williams Jr., and then Kevin Click passed Ernie when Ernie ran out, and then James Tiernan passed Click when he ran out, and Tiernan won the race. That video is out in Twitch land and elsewhere. Definitely want to check that one out. Hopefully we don't see that sort of thing here tonight, but it is a possibility. These guys, you want to start the race with as little fuel as possible. Every gallon is weight. In real life, a gallon of methanol is worth 7 pounds in the car. Not sure exactly how it translates in the sim, but it is definitely important. So these guys will try to pinch it if they can to get a little more speed out of those cars. But you remember, you also have caution flag laps that do not count towards the end of the race. So you've got to have enough fuel for the caution laps as well, which Billy Rowley tells me that it doesn't count. And I think he's full of shit, but these things happen. Still waiting on the next lobby.
About done.
That's the word of Chris Roberts, our admin here. Chris Roberts, who did not compete in this event, which is strange. Normally does double duty, competing and running everything. See, Brad Ferry is backing Billy up as well. Caution laps don't use any fuel. Is that a dirt thing? Because, I mean, obviously on pavement, cup stuff, everything else, that's a real deal. Like, it uses fuel. I think it's a conspiracy. That's what it is. You're all in it to save Billy, and it's ridiculous.
Well, I beat Billy almost every week, and it is true, so. B-main server should be launching, getting ready to.
Let's see here. An iRacing Band-Aid. They don't do anything like that. iRacing is a 100% simulation, exactly the same as real life.
Race is up.
.360 sprint cars tonight, Chris. We are getting ready to start tonight's B main. 25 laps will be the distance. Top 4 will make the A. Waiting on the session to show up here in spectator session so I can load in. We will have one more intermission like this after the B main as we get everybody ready for the A. The A main is a 35 lap feature. Zane suggesting he should be brought into the broadcast booth. All right, here we go. Already got 19 people in the B main lobby. I'm loading up right now. Try to restart my overlay software. That way we don't have anybody not showing up with their names. Sometimes that helps. Sometimes it doesn't make a difference. iRacing just doesn't like to talk to the software every once in a while. Like it's been lying to us about the length of C and B mains. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. B main will be getting going here momentarily. There will be a practice session. The length of that session will be determined by our admins here. So, B main practice session underway. Currently shows 16 minutes left. I do not believe it'll go the full 20 minutes. We will probably advance before it gets there. But you can see all of the action commencing as these guys get it figured out. That's Brandon Igo and Nicholas Cheever having an issue there. C-Main winner Kyle Stoltz to the inside. As you can tell, this track did start with a 0%. So these guys out there are going to try to wear it in real nicely. The people want to hear from Zane Scott. Remember, we're going to have a special event this Sunday live on Elbows Up TV. Be able to watch on twitch.tv/elbowsuptv. Good old Zane Scott putting on the Filthy 40 event. So we hope you join us for that. Bill Rocky saying Brett Strickler wears a pink fire suit. Hold on, we can confirm this. All right, we'll let Trading Paints load up here. Zane Scott is locked in to tonight's A main event, which will start directly after the B main. B main is 25 laps. There we go. Zane says they have 13 cars for Sunday's event. Says they're still taking sign-ups. 2 World of Outlaws Sprint Car tickets to any race to the winner on behalf of Wicked Energy Gum. So if you can take home the victory in the Filthy 40, you're going to land 2 World of Outlaws Sprint Car tickets to any track of your choosing. Seeing that practice should be limited to 15 minutes, which means we've got about 8 minutes left in this session. Practice is going to lie to us a little bit because it pays to get out on track early and do laps. Brandon Steele is shown as top of the timesheets right now. Pole sitter Michael Sheridan currently second. Taylor Howell, Tyson Landis, Tyler File. Round out your top 5. See Sheridan and Peyton Grease doing battle right now. Hot laps for tonight's B main going on. This is kind of where some strategy comes into play as well. We've got a 15-minute hot lap session. The track started out at 0% wear. Every one of these guys has a particular style, and those styles could lend a competitive advantage for a certain type of racetrack. Maybe they like the cushion. Maybe they like to run the bottom. Maybe they like a slick track. Maybe they like the slider line. These kind of things where they seem to excel a little more than other drivers. So, with 15 minutes to get out on track and wear it in the way that you want, you're going to see some guys out there doing a lot of laps, running places that they like to run, or maybe they run places that they don't like to run so that they don't wear out their line. There is a significant thought process going into play here to try and give yourself as much of an advantage as you possibly can. And I'm sure there's some guys out there just doing laps, trying to get their setup correct, trying to figure out what the car likes on this particular track. It is a cooler temperature than we saw in the C main. But you got to think, a guy like Tyson Landis, Team SETI driver, he's got his Knoxville setup that has been worked on by the SETI guys. He's got a lot of different things that he's probably tried, probably done a lot of practice for this race as well. how many practice laps does he need in this session? See him over the cushion right there. Is he trying to widen this track out? Look at him. He's wearing the track in right now. Perfect example. No reason to run over that cushion other than trying to push it a little higher on the racetrack. So, there's two thought processes there. Is he trying to get a taller cushion, put it up there next to the wall where he's going to utilize, or is he trying to push that line up so that the bottom comes in quicker? Maybe he's got a car that works really well on the bottom, so he's going to wear the cushion out, and all of a sudden when we get to race time, he's going to be hugging the pole down there, making it happen. This is where the thinking man can come into play. Brett Strickler running some good laps out there. Bo Brunig as well. Tyson Landis just ran a 16.969. Cody Olsen, 16.940. Those are the quickest laps we're seeing out on track right now. Zane saying that Tyson Landis, he's heard Tyson Landis has a beautiful voice, perfect candidate for an interview. We actually did get an interview with Tyson a couple weeks ago where he landed on the podium. I think it was at Lima Land, if I'm not mistaken. So we have enjoyed those dulcet tones. Couple minutes left here before we're going to get going with tonight's B main. Was it Volusia? I gotta tell you, we do so many of these things, they all run together. I'm in zombie announcer mode. Mr. Batista pointing out that we don't want to hear Tyson. Maybe we should get John up here in the booth. Whether you're watching on twitch.tv/elbowsuptv or on Facebook, we thank you very much for hanging out with us. This 15-minute practice session for tonight's B main nearly over. And we will get going with the 25-lap B main feature momentarily. I want to remind everybody that Wicked Energy Gum is a boost of energy, alertness, and focus in a chew. It only takes about 5 to 10 minutes to take effect and is a cheaper and healthier alternative to energy drinks and shots that fill you with calories and sugar. Wicked Energy Gum is made in the USA, and best part of it all is that for every pack you buy, they make a donation to the Cognitive Warriors Foundation, who focuses on improving access to quality health care for active and former U.S. military men and women who suffer from depression and PTSD. Just go to wickedenergygum.com and use code DOBRL for 10% off your order and free shipping on race days. That DOBRL code also works on wickedreliefcbd.com for your daily dose of CBD as well. final waning moments of the B main hot lap session. Michael Sheridan will set on the pole for the B main. Josh Close to his outside. Tyson Landis and Jeffrey Stewart will be row number 2. Those are the 4 drivers that have those coveted transfer spots that everybody else will be gunning for. Everybody getting a little fun in as the practice session ends. But now it's time to get serious. 24 cars ready to do battle in tonight's B main for the DOB War Faction Esports 360 Nationals. Virtual Knoxville Raceway is the place. Cool air temperature. Good for making fake horsepower in this simulation. We are rolling. 25 laps. We will do battle, and the top 4 will land themselves a starting spot in tonight's main event. Michael Sheridan in the Dave Blaney Sim Team machine to the inside of row number 1 with Josh Close to his outside. Team SETI driver Tyson Landis shares the second row with elbows up SimSport driver Jeffrey Stewart. Tyler File and Taylor Howell make up row number 3. Larry Moody, David Flick, row 4. Peyton Grease, Brandon Steele, row 5. Gregory Tilson and Brett Strickler, row 6. Jordan Hack and Bo Brunig, John Bragman, Brandon Igo, Cody Olson, Brent Hobson, Kyle Stoltz, Shea Paolo, and Nicholas Cheever and Dustin Sargent will round out your field. Caution flag laps will not count in this event. This is the final chance to get into the War Faction Esports 360 Nationals. Get ready for a battle as these guys give it their all to give themselves a chance to take the ultimate crown here tonight. Michael Sheridan gives them green off of turn 4. Tyson Landis going to try to follow him through. Josh Close shutting the door into turn 1. Those 2 cars nearly making contact. You can see how slick the bottom to center of the racetrack is. Still plenty of moisture out there to be found. Landis trying to get a run to the inside of Close. Jeffrey Stewart has lost a couple of positions. You see Peyton Grease, really the only car working the bottom. Was doing quite well on the bottom 2 nights ago. Tyler File in that 44 looking to make a move on the 31 of Landis as he tries to get around Josh Close. Caution flag waves here. Looks like we've had a problem with Brent Hobson. Actually, Hobson out of this race before that caution flag came. There's the reason for your caution flag. Gregory Tilson making contact with John Bragman. Bragman coming to a halt, bringing out the yellow flag. Gregory Thielsen has since taken the end-of-line penalty, and he has actually parked his car as well, so that is it for the War Faction Esports driver. Get a look at our top 10 here. White flag lap moves to lap 28. Brett Strickler up 4 spots. Cody Olson up 7. Those are the Chargers to watch here. Tyler File holding that final transfer spot at the moment. Nothing past the 4th position matters here tonight. Caution flag going down, lights out on the pace truck. We're going to go green this time by, working lap 7 when they hit the line. See if Close can get a good start here. Got to try and stay to that back bumper, but Sheridan is absolutely looking to time this to get him some breathing space. Relieve some of that pressure. We're going green here off of turn number 4. Sheridan has control. He got him. Close started to go, and as soon as he got off the gas, Sheridan got in it. That gave him a good jump. It also gave Tyson Landis a look on the inside. Landis is going to clear the 7. Slider line in play. He's going to take second spot, but a little rough on the cushion. That allows Close back to the inside. Battle for second right now. Josh Close trying to get around the 31 of Landis. Team SETI driver holding on firm right now. Close is going to give him space. Landis will clear him down the front stretch, but Close not willing to give up just yet. That run through the slick hurt Close there, but we've got another caution flag out. This time I think it's Bo Brunig who has found some trouble. Ooh, that's the 39 of Jordan Hack and the 56 of David Flick. Getting into an incident there. And eventually collecting Bo Brunig. You see Shea Palo into the outside fence. There was a lot of contact through there. There multiple cars. Some not even involved in the caution itself. It started on the backstretch there with Palo and somebody else. Jordan Hack has hit the pit lane and back out. Still showed on the lead lap. We've got new movers in this race. Brandon Igo up 8 spots. It was Strickler who we pointed out last time, and he is out of this race. Not sure if he was one of those guys mixed up there. Cody Olson was the other car. You can see he's got damage on the front of his nose. So the 2 guys that we thought we were going to watch there coming through the field have run into problems. White flag lap moves to lap 31. Lights are out on the pace truck. We're going to go green this time by. It was a great start for Sheridan last time, but this time he's got a different driver in second. Tyson Landis. Going to try to not to fall for old Sheridan's tricks here. Giving a little bit of space. We'll see if he can time it correctly. Sheridan gets a good jump. No danger for second right now as Landis puts a good slide in. Tyler File in 4th, looking to get around the 7 of Close. You see him 3 wide behind him. Taylor Howell, Larry Moody, and Peyton Grease doing battle behind these guys. waiting on their opportunity. Ooh, Grease and Brandon Igo making contact. Igo was 8th, up 8 spots from where he started. A little bit of an issue there for File. Hal had to get out of it. He was able to stay in front of Larry Moody, but he lost some time to the 4th place car. Looks like Landis starting to back up there. Maybe he had a little bit of a bobble through 1 and 2. Close was able to negate that gap for just a moment. Howell in 5th right now. He's got to get Tyler File if he wants to earn a spot in tonight's War Faction Esports 360 Nationals A main. Did File just blink out completely? Where'd he go? There, he's back on the track. Peyton Grease now in 6th, starting to insert himself into this battle. He's utilizing that low lane. One of the few drivers finding himself on the bottom of the racetrack. See Hal using the slider line, but Grease staying on the bottom. He's going to pull level with Hal there. Looks like the bottom's working a little better through 1 and 2. You can see Grease putting the slider line to use. Hal. Tyler File puts the slide job on Josh Close. Now Close is the guy who has to worry about Peyton Grease. The shark to the bottom. He's got the slide in. Close had an issue there, and he's lost the transfer spot because of it. Peyton Grease now in the top 4. And we've got a race for the lead as here comes Tyson Landis. Landis with the slider on Michael Sheridan, and Grease coming through too. Sheridan's lost 2 spots, now 3, as Tyler File makes his way on the bottom as well. From 1st to 4th, Michael Sheridan had an absolute terrible turn 1 and 2. We've got a really racy track right now. These guys have multiple options to find their way around this raceway. And Peyton Grease now putting in work on the race leader. Grease on Landis. Slide job is in. Peyton Grease to the race lead. He started 9th. And the driver of the 92 has utilized the bottom of the racetrack to put himself in the A main and sit in the top spot at the moment. Grease, Landis, File in 3rd. He's doing battle with Michael Sheridan. Sheridan with the slide job on Tyler File. Both of these guys in a transfer spot right now. But in 5th, right behind them, is Josh Close. Close, who started this race in 2nd, held the transfer spot for a long time before a slight mistake. Looking to get back into this race. Taylor Howe right there as well, just waiting on these guys to make a mistake. Lap 31 is where we will see the white flag fly. So we are winding this race down. We've stayed green since the 2nd caution in this race. You can see the race leaders getting ready to come up on some lap traffic. I believe that lap traffic has had some contact as well. Peyton pulling away as the laps wind down. He's got Jeffrey Stewart and David Flick in front of him. Sheridan still holding on to that final transfer spot. You can see using the middle lane there. Close. Struggling just a bit. Unable to close the gap there on the 15. Ooh, there's problems for Jordan Hack. He's in the way of the race leaders. There's Brandon Igo as well. Those guys able to stay clear. Peyton Grease out front has made his way around all of those cars. Now he's got clear track. White flag coming out this time for the 92 of Peyton Grease. from 9th spot on the grid. He has pulled his way to first. 2 corners left, and he is going to take one of the 4 final spots in tonight's A main. Peyton Grease going to win the B main here tonight. Tyson Landis going to finish second. Tyler File third. And 4th place will go to Michael Sheridan. And our lineup for the War Faction Esports 360 Nationals is now set. What a race there in the B main. That track really started to wear in and get very racy for those guys. See if a couple of these guys hop into Discord here so maybe we can get some interviews. The A main will have its own lobby, so we will leave this lobby and get set up momentarily for our main event here tonight. A lot of people hanging out with us on twitch.tv/elbowsuptv as well as Facebook. Appreciate all of you hanging out. Don't go anywhere, because we're about to get to the whole reason we've been racing for 3 nights here. And we have got the race winner, Peyton Grease, in with us here in the broadcast booth. Peyton, goodness gracious, man. Started in the middle of this pack. You were able to charge your way to the front using the bottom. Talk to us about how that car was handling and how it feels to punch your ticket into the 360 Nationals here.
The car was really great, especially down 3 and 4. When we were idling around there, I could see there was a little strip there. I knew I could, keep the car straight, keep the left front on the berm, and be able to really carry some speed there. And then 3 and 4, or 1 and 2, I just had to sit there and do a slider line and just hang on. My car was not very good through there, but I knew where I could really pass guys was on the bottom in 3 and 4.
Seemed like that track changed a lot too there. We got to about lap 7 or 10, and all of a sudden things started flip-flopping. The bottom really started coming in, which is where you started making your charge. But you talk about struggling through 1 and 2 there. When you finally got clear into the top spots, all of a sudden you really made a gap there. As soon as you took over the lead, you walked away from them.
Yeah, I kept on looking down at the relative, thinking that, Tyson was going to be catching me there, especially in 1 and 2. I can tell he's a little bit better, but I looked down at one moment, and it was like 1.2, so I started kind of just taking it easy and not trying to do the slider line as hard as I would, and just kind of just keeping off the cushion and not try to bike it like I did last.
Well, you've already passed a lot of cars here tonight. You've made your way to the rear of this field. You think you got anything for them for the A main? We're not sure how this track's going to shake out. We've got a lot more laps, 35 laps in the feature. There's going to be a longer practice session. What do you think about your chances?
I mean, I'll be tickled with a top 10. I think I have a car to do it. I just got to keep calm and not overdrive it like I have been last night and a little bit of officials today. Just keep everything under control and hopefully get a top 10. Well,
there you have it from the B main winner, Peyton Grease. Congratulations, my friend, and good luck in the A.
Thank you.
Taylor Howe mentioning in the chat that he was fast, past us like we were standing still. Like we said, don't go anywhere. Hang out with us here. We've got the 35-lap A main coming up here momentarily. I'm going to put my intermission screen up as I exit out and start to look for the next lobby. Tell you what, while we're waiting, let me see if I could load up a little video from last night. Give you an idea of the kind of fun that you are in for. At the front of this race, Smolders with the lead. Oh, of course, we're going to buffer a little bit. See if we can get this going. Here comes Newhoffen through the middle. Eiler on the outside. Newhoffen has the lead here as the white flag waves. Cole Newhoffen on the high side. Smolders on the bottom. Three teammates doing battle for the race win. Newhoffen edges ahead. Eiler goes to the high side of the track. Who's going to win this race off of turn 4? Contact down the front stretch. Newhoffen.
What a race. What a race.
Oh, my God.
That's unbelievable. What a race.
That, my friends, is what we are very likely in for here tonight. That was from night 2 of the DOB War Faction Esports 360 Nationals, as the Kinzer Sim team took 1, 2, 3 and made their way into tonight's event. 3 wide across the line. I think we do have a picture as well. Let's see if I can come across that. We sure have a lot of fun when it comes to the Dirty Old Bastards Racing League. And these guys put on a hell of a show each and every night that they do battle. If you're not familiar with our racing, this is pro-level competition here. Many of the teams that drive in the sprint car and late model pro ranks with iRacing itself compete here in this league. Top pro licensed drivers as well as top licensed drivers in general. Names that you are familiar with, like Casey Kane Racing, Kinzer Sim Team, Craig Kinzer, of course, the Dave Blaney Sim Team. Don't forget about Black Diamond, Swindell Speed Labs, Elbows Up Sim Sport. Here's the picture I was looking for. There you go. That is the finish right there last night. It don't get much better than that. It really doesn't. Really, really doesn't. So hang tight here. We're getting ready to fire up the A main lobby, and it is up. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get going.
I'm still making it.
You're still making it? What was the old one just pop up?
Yeah, it's probably the old one.
Goodness gracious. I got excited there for a minute.
No, we can't get you excited too early because you still got to save it all for 35 laps.
You never want to get too excited too early. There's always disappointment at the end. Cole Newhoffen in the Twitch chat mentioning that he feels like Kinzer Sim Team's going to be up front in the end. I believe it was Alex Smolders, the guy who finished second in last night's race. He had some real racing to do here tonight and was hoping to make his way home in time to do battle. But we'll see if he actually does make it. Real racing takes priority. Cole saying he just got home and will make it. That's awesome. Let's see, where is he starting? Alex Smolders, outside row 3, 6th place is where he is scheduled to start here in the A main. We are live on twitch.tv/elbowsuptv, where we do encourage you to hang out with us. If you can hang out with us on Twitch, do so. That helps share the DOB across those Twitch channels. The more people we have watching on Twitch, the higher it goes in the rankings, and the more people stop in just to see what this league is all about. But we appreciate any place that you're watching, whether it be on YouTube or Facebook. Yeah, Peyton, that didn't see very many cautions there. Once we got going, especially, that was good stuff. He was waiting for a caution to kill his lead, but was able to run that out through the end. No NASCAR cautions here in DOB land.
A-main should be launching.
Alrighty. Tyler File ready to go as well. Braden Eiler saying he knows the feeling about cautions taking away lead. He had that issue just last night. In that video that you saw, he was leading the race before a caution allowed Newellhoffen to charge on him. Remember, War Faction Esports are the people putting tonight's show on. Be sure to go to Facebook, give War Faction Esports a follow, as well as check out warfaction.com. We will be getting going here with the A main momentarily. Now the lobby
Something
is
special.
up. Something special in store. Why am I scared?
I don't know. I mean, it's because I do things that don't quite make sense sometimes. But yeah, it'll be at the end of the practice, and we're looking at about. I'm gonna let the guys run for about 20 minutes of practice, so track should be pretty good and racy. Hopefully, as long as I racing put it at 0 this time, I'm hoping I found the trick. So we'll see, but it should be another good race.
We are getting ready. I want to thank Hay Wilbur and the Gentle Giant for the follows out in Twitch land.
And I'm proud to say we got all 24 cars signed up for the A main.
Woo, baby. Everybody here tonight running up against the NASCAR whatever truck series. God knows what it is now. They're at Eldora tonight. Probably on one of those Fox stations, 1 or 2, or the original, or Fox X, or FXX, the movies, or whatever. I live an hour and 15 minutes away from Eldora Speedway. So you got to know that I had the opportunity to go there tonight, but I chose to stick at home and have some fun with the DOB Racing League. So that tells you how good they are, or maybe it tells you how broke I am. One of the two. One of the two. We are in the lobby. Race cars on track. Hot lap session underway here for tonight's A main. Trading Paints is catching up with us. Right now, top 5 in practice: Billy Rowley, Zane Scott, Ernie Williams Jr., Jacob Fields, and Tyler File. As Chris said, everybody who is scheduled to be in here is in here. Maybe still waiting on Alex Smolders, but Cole said that he'd be here. It's nice to see all those drivers that we saw qualify on Tuesday night, and then the guys that qualified last night. Got 4 cars and made it through the B main as well. Everybody out there on track right now trying to wear this racetrack in exactly how they like it. Hey, Kendall Tucker has stickers. Been a while since we've seen that. There's the winner from last night in dramatic fashion. Cole Newellhoffen. Tyler Schell out there doing battle. He finished 3rd on Tuesday night to earn his spot in tonight's race. Justin Thomas, 2nd place from Tuesday night. He finished right behind the 71 of Cole Cabre, who is your pole sitter here tonight. Cole had a perfect point scoring night Tuesday. He is outside. 5 of Braden Eiler. See Eiler there doing battle. Kevin Hanley, Dylan Workman right there behind them. We are halfway through the practice session here. Give these guys some time to wear this track in, make their final adjustments. We've got a special presentation of these cars, and then we will get going with our A main event in mere moments. Want to remind you that Wicked Relief Gum is your daily dose of CBD in the form of a chew. Each piece is 10 milligrams of CBD and absorbs 5 times faster than other products. Whether it's pain, inflammation, anxiety, or insomnia, Wicked Relief Gum offers quick and easy relief. Just go to wickedgumcbd.com and use code DOBRL for 10% off your order and free shipping on race days. The DOBRL code also works on wickedenergygum.com for a boost of energy and focus as well. Wicked Energy Gum, Wicked Relief Gum, huge supporters of us here at Elbows Up TV and the DOB as well. Hope you guys will go and support their products. I can tell you that I use both of them. The Wicked Relief Gum is my personal favorite. Actually, the tastier of the two, in my opinion, as well. Never used a CBD product before, but I can tell you, it's worth it. I love it. I deal with a little bit of neck pain. My chiropractor really likes my neck because he gets plenty of money off of it every once in a while. But that does offer relief. So we are mere moments away from the A main. Let's talk about our starting lineup. On the pole, it is Cole Cabray, and it is outside Braden Eiler. Justin Thomas and Craig Dunn make up row number 2. Tyler Schell, Alex Smolders, row 3. Billy Rowley, Kendall Tucker, row 4. Those guys don't always get along. Watch row 4 here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Jacob Fields, Rusty Kruger, row 5. Ernie Williams Jr., Cole Newhoffen, James Tiernan, John Harper, Zane Scott, Dylan Workman, Anthony Lepresto, John Lepresto in row 9. So full Lepresto row 9 there. Row 10 is Weston Newell and Kevin Hanley, and then our B main drivers will line up behind them, which will be Peyton Grease, Tyson Landis, Tyler File, and Michael Sheridan to round out your field. Billy Rowley and Ernie Williams still doing battle out there. Not sure if they're on full tank runs or not. Would not surprise me. Peyton Grease having some fun with them as well. He won tonight's B main. Got a lot of good experience on the track that should be able to expect. There's Alex Smolders. He is here and in the car. See how wild that cushion is already.
Copy, AJ?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh. Got roughly about 5 minutes left in practice.
Alrighty. So as you heard, DOB admin Chris Roberts mentioning that practice is winding down here. Said there was 5 minutes left. Which is now about 3.5. See Team SETI having a meeting there out of turn 2. Always good to get pre-race meeting with your teammates. Ernie Williams, one of the absolute best at Knoxville on the cushion. Likes that track when it gets slick. Garrett mentioning he'd love to smell the event itself. One of the best parts about real racing. Not sure iRacing can code in that, but it would be nice, that's for sure. We're about ready to get going with the DOB War Faction Esports 360 Nationals. Pole sitter Cole Cabre out there turning some laps, working the bottom of Weston Newell right now. Let's see what we're seeing on lap times right now. Cole ran a 17.790 on the last lap. Alex Smolders is 17.898. Justin Thomas, 17.614. Kendall Tucker. Let's see here. There's guys out there trying stuff, a bunch of different things. But those are the quick laps that I've seen here on the board right now. James Tiernan just ran a 17.686. So here we go. Hot Laps is ending. In mere moments, we will be competing in the DOB War Faction Esports 360 Nationals. How's it going, Sharon? Thanks for joining us. We are getting ready for our main event. Coveted trophy on the line. Peyton saying it's slick. We can see the track is quite different than what we saw in the B main. Which is probably not really what Peyton wants, since Peyton was so good in the B main. Zane's grandma. He says she's here to watch him wreck. Well, we're glad to have her. She's been hanging out with us past couple of races. Zane, of course, back home, getting to do some racing. Our drivers are getting fresh cars and getting lined up. Here is your starting lineup for tonight's A main. On the pole in the Swindell Speed Lab number 71, it is Cole Cabre. And to his outside, in the 5, Kinzer Sim Team Machine, it's Braden Eiler. Justin Thomas in the Mode Motorsports number 9, inside row number 2 with the 57. Team SETI, Craig Dunn to his outside. Tyler Schell in the Elbows Up Sim Sport number 85, inside row number 3 with the 311 of Alex Smolders, Kinzer Sim Team Machine to his outside. Billy Rowley in the Wicked Energy number 79, driving for Team SETI. We'll start next to the 46 of Kendall Tucker, Swindell Speed Labs machine. Rusty Kruger in the 5 has the 027 of Jacob Fields to his outside. Last night's winner, Cole Newellhoffen in the Kinzer Sim Team 11. Start behind them with James Tiernan, the Elbows Up Sim Sport machine to his outside. The 88 of John Harper starting right behind them with the 37 of Zane Scott, Team SETI driver. Then It will be the 75 of Dylan Workman and the 57 of Anthony Lepresto. John Lepresto in the 71, right there with him. Before the 222 of Weston Newell, Team SETI driver. See Ernie Williams Jr. getting out there as well. Do believe he is positioned inside row 6. The 110, Kevin Hanley, Cadillac machine, has Peyton Grease, our B main winner, right there with him. Tyson Landis will start to the outside of Peyton in the Team SETI number 31. Tyler File in the 44 has the final row with the 15. Dave Blaney, Sim Team Machine, driven by Michael Sheridan, with him right there. That is your 24-car field here in the DOB War Faction Esports 360 Nationals, live on twitch.tv/elbowsuptv. We are getting ready to go right here. 35 laps. We're going to have a hell of a lot of fun in mere moments. Sean Wallenfels said he checked out Ernie's car and he can confirm that he has postage stamps on the wing. I think he's saying that Ernie's going to send it. John Batista calling for an Ernie win. Nathan Davis as well. Them Black Diamond boys sticking together. There you have it. 4-wide salute for you, the fans. The DOB War Faction Esports 360 Nationals about to commence. The best damn dirt racing league in the iRacing simulation, about to put on a 35-lap extravaganza, showing you why they are the best. Last night they finished 3 wide. We would not expect anything less. They've spent 20 laps working this track to perfection. There's going to be multiple racing grooves, and these guys are going to utilize them to their fullest. 24 cars, 35 laps, one man walks away with the trophy here tonight. What a sight at the virtual Knoxville Raceway. That's as cool as we've seen it. And we'll have a little fun here before we get very serious. As the practice session ends and we move into tonight's A main feature. Every team mentioned represented in the Facebook chat. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us here tonight. Got a little bit of downtime through the practice sessions. We are ready. We've been preparing this event all week. And now, the fruits of the labor about to come forth. It's time to get going. Next time by, these cars will be at speed for the DOB War Faction Esports 360 Nationals. Cole Cabre and Braden Eiler have the front row. Justin Thomas, Craig Dunn, Tyler Shell, Alex Smolders, Billy Raleigh, Kendall Tucker, Jacob Fields, Rusty Kruger, Ernie Williams Jr., Cole Newellhoffen, James Tiernan, John Harper, Zane Scott, Dylan Workman, Anthony and John Lepresto, Weston Newell, Kevin Hanley, Peyton Grease, Tyson Landis, Tyler File, Michael Sheridan. Your starting lineup. 35 laps. 24 cars. One winner. The DOB War Faction Esports 360 Nationals is green off the turn 4. Great start for Cabre. Justin Thomas trying to follow him through. Braden Eiler gets to the top of the track. Thomas going to leave him some space. They're 3 wide off of turn 2. Thomas gets beat around a little bit. You can see Tyler Shell is the man on the bottom of the racetrack, holding on to second right now. Eiler's going to lose 3 spots there. Looks like the bottom is the fast way around at the moment. You can see everybody starting to hug down. Kendall Tucker, Billy Raleigh down there as well. Craig Dunn trying that lane just one up. Little farther back. See Weston Newell making a lot of moves. He's already got some positions. Oh, problems for Craig Dunn. Craig Dunn got pushed up there, had a little bit of contact. He's got that thing straightened out, but not before he lost about 10 spots. Unfortunate for the Team SETI driver, who has fallen back here to the middle of the pack. B main winner, Peyton Grease, starting to make his way forward here. Rolling that bottom. Michael Sheridan, Tyson Landis trying to come with him. Get a little farther up. Ernie Williams Jr. is the big mover right now. He is all the way up to 4th and battling for 3rd. Trying to get down into turn 3 there. Billy Raleigh was already occupying that space. Raleigh in the Team SETI machine holding down 3rd spot right now. 2nd spot belongs to the elbows up SimSport driver of Tyler Shell. Tyler is a 16-year-old driver who just started DOB racing last week. Of course, you cannot race in DOB until you are of 16 years of age. He had his birthday last Monday, and he took 3 podium finishes, including his first win last week. Was on the podium Tuesday night, scoring his entry into tonight's event and doing quite well so far in the early going. Raleigh trying to hug that berm. Looks like Ernie Williams Jr. has the run he needs. He's going to take over 3rd spot. Justin Thomas now setting sights on Raleigh. Alex Smolders, James Tiernan right there with him. That bottom line is going to start to go away. You can see really a lane up is where Williams and Thomas have made those passes stick. Braden Eiler, one of the first cars to make that excursion back to the top side of the racetrack. Let's get a feel for how rough that cushion is right now. You can see Alex Smolders, his Kinzer Sim Team teammate, right in front. There's Tiernan running with him as well. Listen to that throttle. Tyler going in the direction that he doesn't want to go right now. Weston Newell, however, is going absolutely in the right direction. Weston is a great driver here at Knoxville when the track slicks off. You can see him. He is making good moves as they go 3 wide off of turn 4. Kendall Tucker got a little bit out of sorts. He's going to slide up in front of Newell now. Newell's going to duck to the inside and make that pass stick. Looks like he's got around the 311 of Alex Smolders as well. Weston Newell setting his sights on James Tiernan. They're trying to find that moisture. Weston up to 7th. Here comes Zane Scott trying to follow him through. He's going to lay a right rear on Kendall Tucker for just a moment. Out front, Cole Cabray continues to lead from the pole. We have gone 15 straight green flag laps here. Second place, Tyler Schell starting to reel him in. He's moved to the top side of the track. He's got Ernie Williams Jr. right there with him. Billy Rowley has been able to hold on to 4th. I am really impressed with how close this field is. After 15 green flag laps, Rowley starting to come back on Ernie Williams there. These drivers are going to start making wing adjustments here to try and get their car to work best for the current conditions. This is a 35-lap race. So we are just getting to the halfway mark here in the next lap. Williams now right on the back bumper of Tyler Schell. I tell you what, Weston Newell, man, he's coming. These guys are seemingly catching the cars in front of him. We're going to have to keep an eye on him. Here comes Billy Rowley in a race for second place. Rowley's going to get around Tyler Schell. Schell's going to try to duck back under him here off of turn 4. Rowley, of course, team boss at Elbows Up Sim Sport. So these guys, friends, love doing battle, but at the same time, don't want to have any contact and crash your team boss when he's running second in the War Faction Esports 360 Nationals. Rowley now has control of second spot. Here comes Justin Thomas on Ernie Williams Jr. He pushes him up the track. Williams going to hold on to that charge there on the outside. James Tiernan now getting into this battle. Tiernan is a winner in 360 competition here this season. Night 1, he won race 2. Schell sliding up in front of Williams. Williams going to duck under. Billy Rowley has caught the race leader. Cole Cabray now has a car right on his back bumper for the first time since the initial start. Billy Rowley has the fastest car on this racetrack, and he's looking to take the race lead. Cole Cabray now to the inside. Rowley is going to take the lead on the outside. These two do battle. Sliding up the track is Cabray. They nearly make contact through 3 and 4. Billy Rowley's got the race lead. The Team SETI driver, number 79, started 7th in this race. And on lap 23, he's taking control and starting to gap the field. Cabray now under fire from the 9 of Justin Thomas, and they make contact. Tyler Schell on the berm. He slides up the track in front of Thomas. Those cars able to keep it going. Thomas getting the worst of it. James Tiernan and him swapping wheels there for just a moment. Weston Newell was able to get around Tiernan from that little excursion that Thomas and Schell had. Schell still in 4th at the moment. Cole Cabray now has the 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. coming up behind him. We have been green every lap here. Billy Rowley, working the middle of the racetrack, has put a gap on Cole Cabray. Cabray was quick time on Tuesday night. He won his heat and won the feature. Perfect so far. But now watching as the 79 of Billy Rowley goes in the distance and the 91 starts to do battle with him. This is a 35-lap race. We've been green the whole way. So this race is winding down. Not a single caution to be had yet. Tyler Shell now getting around the 71 of Cabré. Kendall Tucker is in this race now. Tucker started in 8th. He was not one of those guys doing battle in the early stages. You can see behind him Weston Newell 3 wide with Tiernan and Thomas. Now we've got a race for the lead. Billy Riley has been caught by both the Black Diamond 91 of Ernie Williams and the 85 of Tyler Shell. There's only a handful of laps left in this race, and they're 3 wide off of turn 2. Riley's not going to give up, but I think he's got to make a move around the racetrack. That middle of the track that was working so well for him, not working right now, but they're still 3 wide. These guys not giving anything. Williams takes the race lead down the backstretch. He's using the high side of the track. Tyler Shell right on the inside berm. Those 2 cars level as they enter turn 1. Rally starting to move around, trying to find that extra grip. It looks like the outside of the track is starting to get the advantage, but we've got our first caution. See if we can figure out what happened. Oh no, I know what happened. The 222 of Weston Newell has run into trouble. See him doing battle here. Oh, Cole Cabré spinning in front of him, collecting Newell. And that great charge that Newell had from the rear of this field is now over. Let's see if we can find out what happened to Cabré. Kendall Tucker, Cabré's teammate, making a charge on the inside. I want to be a fly on the wall in the Swindell Speed Lab chat tonight as the 2 teammates making contact and Cabré getting the worst of it. First caution of the race coming in. White flag moves to lap 38. This is your top 10. Tyler Shell, your race leader when the caution flag fell. Ernie Williams Jr. up 9 spots to 2nd. Billy Riley right now in 3rd. Kendall Tucker, after that contact, sitting in 4th. He's not claimed that caution. Doesn't look like they're going to make him. Zane Scott up 10 spots to 5th. Team SETI driver. Tiernan up 7. 8th place is Alex Smolders. His name's not showing up. Not sure why. Not quite a green-white checkered yet. But we're going back green. Look, the 37 car of Scott has no front wing. Tucker, of course, with nose damage. Here we go, off of turn 4. Tyler Shell's going to give him green. Got a good jump on Ernie Williams there. Williams has Rowley, Tucker, and Scott right there with him. Now able to get a gap. I think Billy had a little bit of an issue there. 2 laps left in this race. Kendall Tucker to the inside of Billy Riley for 3rd. Riley trying to hold that middle lane that he's been using. Tyler Shell has built a gap on Ernie Williams Jr. Shell looking at the white flag this time off of turn 4. Tyler Shell last week just started competing with the DOB, and tonight he's looking at the War Faction Esports 360 Nationals win. If he can take 2 more corners, how he has this whole race. Tyler Shell up at turn 4, looking at the checkered flag. He's going to win here at Knoxville. Second place. Gonna have to see what happened there. Ernie Williams Jr. and Kendall Tucker were doing battle. Looked like Billy Rowley was knocked back to 5th there. What a fantastic race, man. Absolutely amazing stuff. We're going to park these boys on the front stretch, get them into Discord, and get some interviews here. Looks like second place belongs to Ernie Williams Jr. here tonight. Kendall Tucker bringing her home third. And we are awaiting our top 3 who are coming to the broadcast booth. Tyler Schell, the big winner here. He's going to take her to victory lane here. The DOB War Faction Esports 360 Nationals did not disappoint. We had a fantastic race. Only one caution. It is an absolute pleasure here to be able to call these races. And these guys never disappoint us. We have got the top 3 here. I'm trying to pull Kendall Tucker in with us. There we go. Now we got the top 3 in here. Let's talk about the man of the hour. Big winner here tonight in the War Faction Esports 360 Nationals. The Elbows Up Sim Sport driver, Tyler Schell. Tyler, how does it feel, man, to take this big win here? Last week was your first week racing with the DOB boys, and here you are 1 week later. You've got one win in regular competition, and now this special event. You're going to bring that trophy home with you. How does it feel?
Ah, man, it feels good. It was a great race. We were 3 wide for the lead multiple times. We had 30-something laps, green flag, and then I saw Billy go around me, and I figured the middle would go away, and I started to roll the bottom again. Ernie started to run the top. We were about even, and then we caught Billy, and then the caution came out, and I told Ernie it was lucky we were about side by sides. Whoever got it, I think it was kind of gave me the win, to be honest, because I don't think he was gonna get back by me with 3 laps left in that caution. I just had to run 3 good laps, and I think I could take home the win, which happened.
It seemed like that track changed multiple times. At first you were making a charge and then seemingly stalled a little bit. And then towards the end of that race, we saw as your car, Billy Rowley, a couple others making charges there. And as you said, 3 wide with Ernie Williams out there for multiple laps. Talk about the track itself, how it came to you, and if that long green flag was really the determining factor in how you were able to get in a rhythm and make that charge.
I think that long green flag helped me a lot because it slickened the top up and allowed the bottom to get there. Because during the beginning of the race, it was through the middle, and then it went back down to like the middle. It stayed middle. My car kind of got a little loose, so I went back down to the bottom. And luckily, the bottom came in to my liking, and just ran smooth laps. Tried to hit the berm and run really smooth laps, and it happened.
Well, congratulations, Tyler. You got the big win. You're going to get the trophy. War Faction Esports 360 Nationals Champion. Well done, my friend.
Thank you, man. Thanks for Chris putting this on. You broadcast and War Faction for sponsoring, and then my team, Elbows Up Sim Sport, Elbows EDU TV, B-Sare, Over the Wall Photographs, and everyone there trying to make us fast every week for these races. Speed's there.
There you have it, Tyler
and thanks
Schell.
for Ernie and Billy running me clean the whole race.
Your race winner here tonight at the virtual Knoxville Raceway, Tyler Schell. Let's talk to second place Ernie Williams Jr., the man who made it interesting. Ernie, you had to charge from mid-pack to get out front. You were able to do it there for a minute. Had a late caution there, which might have hurt you a little bit. Talk about your race.
Yeah, all in all, it was awesome, man. I started mid pack, like you said. I really wasn't expecting to be good right off the bat, to be honest. I knew the bottom would be the early part of the race, would be the way around, so I really didn't have a choice but to run down there. And in all honesty, I put a ton of laps on this track this week, getting ready for it. And all my test sessions I did, I was all cushioned, so my car was designed specifically for the cushions. I was very surprised that I got around a bunch of cars while I was on the bottom. Then when I got up front and the bottom started going away from me, I decided to drift up to the cushion. And at that point, the cushion was definitely the fastest way around. And I started feeling Tyler get to me. And right before that caution come out, I was going down there because I seen him come up beside me, and I knew he was running the bottom. So I figured I better get down there as quick as I can. And we was coming out of, I don't know, I think 2 or 4 and side by side, and I was going to run at least a car length off the bottom there beside him going into one, and the caution came out and he gave it to him, and I pretty much didn't have nothing after that for him. But all in all, it was hard fought, hard charge, way to the front, and I'm happy with it.
We don't normally get that many green flag laps in a row. I'm sure that was fun for you, but I'm guessing you would have liked to seen that one go green all the way. It seemed like you were in a pretty good rhythm there, you guys doing battle, and it looked like you had the top rolling there just for a moment before that caution flag waved.
Yeah, I actually might even come off of it too early, you know what I mean? But when he gets beside you and he's running the bottom, I mean, you're not here. I'm not here to run second place. You know what I mean? I'm here to win races, and if that's the fastest line, I want to go down there and I want to get to that corner before he does. And that caution was timely for him, very very timely for him. I believe if iRacing would have gave me the first place, I could have rolled the bottom for 3 laps, not taking anything away from him. I mean, that's a very hard fought win for Tyler. I mean, I told him in the iRacing, man, that's a good win, and he should be very proud of that. You know, I mean, I don't know where he started, but you know, he come down to the bottom and made stuff work that nobody else was making. You know, I mean, you gotta give credit where credit's due.
Well, you got to feel pretty good here, Ernie. Second place, Black Diamond putting on a good show out here for everybody. Congratulations, my friend. Good luck going forward.
Absolutely. Let me want to give a shout out to John Batista. Like I said, we put 400 or 500 laps on this setup, and we got it dialed in. And like I said, I might have come off the cushion a little bit early, but thanks to Tim Dirt Track Simulators. If you guys anybody's out to Knoxville, Iowa next week, I will be out there all week. Stop in, say hi. I'll shoot you a free ride on the simulator, man. You come out there and say hi to me. Other than that, thank Chris for putting the race on. Like I said, Tyler for winning, and Kendall for third, man. I know he come from a ways back too. So congratulations. Thanks, Anthony, for putting on the show, man. You did a great job. I can't go back and watch it. Can't wait to go back and watch it, man. Have a good night, boys.
I appreciate it, Ernie. Congratulations on the second place finish. Let's talk to third place Kendall Tucker here. Kendall, you had an interesting race there. Started, what was it, 8th or 9th? It seemed like there were guys going around you there for a minute, but all of a sudden that car started running really well.
Yeah, right there at the beginning of the race, it just was waiting to get to the bottom as soon as I can, starting on the outside. So as soon as I could get down there, I just started running it and started picking them off, and got up to was passing for third up there. Probably, I don't know if it was lap 10 yet, but I made some contact, and I fell back to I think about 12th or 13th, and had to come back up through there about 2 or 3 more times, but to come away with the third right there, it was a pretty good night. Just I think if we could have got some clean air right there and got on the bottom like we should have, we probably could have won that race right there.
How did your car feel there? We saw you making some moves on the bottom. There were various times throughout the race where it seemed like, maybe a lane up was working well, a middle of the track was working well. So how was your car set up, and how did you feel? Like, where were you working best?
I mean, just going back to last night, I might have ran 4 or 5 laps the entire feature up top. So I knew I was just going to run the bottom, so I was just starting early and getting some laps down there as soon as I could to prepare for tonight. I don't get to run these much, so I was just getting as many laps down there as I could. I just was able to find that speed down there and was just able to get consistent with it. So it paid off in the end.
Talk to us about that caution there. Looked like you went down into turn 1, had a little bit of contact with Cole there. Tell us about what happened.
Yeah, I hate that for Cole. I mean, I just wasn't even trying to do it. I just had a run right there and was just trying to get the win, man. I was just trying to get by him. I just stuck it in a hole that wasn't there, and that's totally my fault. So I just sorry about that. But we'll move forward. I just gotta thank all my guys at Speed Lab.
Kendall Tucker taking third spot here tonight at Knoxville, keeping that Swindell Speed Lab team on the podium, which has been running so well here recently. Kendall, congratulations and good luck going forward in the season.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So there you have it. That's your top 3 from the War Faction Esports 360 Nationals. We've got our main admin, Chris Roberts, and Greg Thielsen, representative for the War Faction Esports team, here in our chat as well. Greg, you got anything to say before we go off air?
I just gotta say, man, that was a great show. All the drivers, all the fans coming out and watching. That was amazing to watch. Green flag almost the whole way. That was incredible. I still got chills watching side by side. That was amazing. Thank you everybody for coming out. Go ahead and check out all of our social media. Thank you to you, AJ. Thank you to Chris and Dirty Old Bastards for hosting this. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun to put on, too. Having this platform to enable these guys to make the sort of races that we saw this week, just absolutely fantastic. But, Chris, it's not anything new for us. We know exactly what the DOB brings to the table, and it's normally this type of great racing every night.
Oh yeah, that was a great show. I mean, I was sitting up there watching, just, said, okay, 20 to go. Okay, well, 10 laps in, we're still going. That's good. 10 to go, 5 to go, and then we had the caution with 3 to go. Man, that was a great run, great racing. I loved it. Some people were complaining early on in practice, all the bottom's gone, and I think the first 15 laps nobody touched the top. They all ran around the bottom. So them guys running that close, 2, 3 wide for that long. That was a great race. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure you probably didn't get too much of a wide angle, but looking up over top the whole track, when that yellow flew, the 24th place had pulled in, so the 23rd place car was still only within a half a track of the leader. So nice tight field. It was a great race.
We definitely had a lot of fun. I'm so impressed with these guys to put on the show that they did, to have that many green flag laps. I was starting to worry there. The last time we saw a race go completely green, we had guys running out of fuel as well. So just for a moment there.
Flashbacks. Yeah. I was having flashbacks sitting up there going, who's going to run out of fuel? But, it looked like everybody made it fuel-wise. And, I mean, once again, I got to just thank, Greg with War Faction coming on, making this event possible to bring it to you, all the fans out there and all that. All the drivers. We had 51 total drivers participate this week. Had 46 of them show back up tonight. So that's not bad. Only lost, actually 45. I mean, was only short six drivers tonight. So that's actually pretty good. Had the full 24 for the A main, and them 24 guys, they put on one whale of a show.
It was also amazing seeing from the C main to the B main, all the way to the feature, wheel to wheel racing every single lap. It was a great show. I definitely want to give a big thanks to Vortex Wraps for keeping all our cars looking good. Also a big shout out to Elbows Up TV, because you put on an amazing show. That was just so much fun to watch.
Well, there you have it. This is it for us here tonight from the virtual Knoxville Raceway. Next time you'll see us will be on Sunday with the Filthy 40 special event. I do believe that starts a little before 9 p.m. Eastern time. I have to check on that, but keep an eye out to have fun with us on Sunday night, and then we will be back in action for our normal DOB fun, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time next Tuesday as well, as we go towards the end of the season here. So appreciate everybody who hung out with us over in Twitch land. We're going to hop over into somebody else. We'll host old Splitter DH here, who's doing some dirt racing. But we'll go hang out with them. If you're watching on Facebook, appreciate everybody hanging out with us. And we will catch you all next time. Good night from the War Faction Esports 360 Nationals. Tyler Shell, the big winner, bringing it all home. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll catch you next time.